Hi there, in today's video I'm going to show you some of the basic uses of the Cami. So Cami can be accessed by going to a web browser and typing in camiapp.com, Kamiapp.com. When you get to the site, you can certainly click on any of the tabs up here, but in order to sign in, we are simply going to click on Sign In. Okay. Now, after you do sign in, you'll be asked how you want to sign in. You're going to choose with Google and use your school account to authenticate. And Cami will need access to be able to save documents in Google Drive and pull documents from Google Drive and also from Google Classroom. If it's the first time that you're using Cami, you will be asked to select the purpose of Cami. You are a teacher. Are you using any learning management system? You can say yes, and then you can select Google Classroom. Finally, you can type in the name of a school and the zip code. And click on the word Finish. Now there is a short video to welcome you to Cami, so you can go ahead and watch that if you wish. I'm going to click on Continue so that I can get to our front page. So when you do set up Cami, what it will let you know is that Cami is an annotation application, and it allows you to annotate on top of documents. It allows you to create interactive worksheets. You can insert comments that can be text comments, audio comments, video comments, and you can even screencast using Cami. Okay. So let's go through some of the annotation tools for Cami. And we're going to start with the commenting feature because it is so powerful. I'm simply going to hover over the comment icon on the left-hand bar, and I'm going to look at my document and simply click in an area where I want to insert a text comment. You'll notice that when I click in the document, it adds a little circle, and I can also change the color of the circle if I want those colors to signify something. Okay. To add a text comment, I simply type in the box. I also have the option to do voice typing. And of course, this is helpful for students who have difficulty writing, typing, or are too young to understand the keyboard. To activate voice typing, simply click on the microphone. This is a comment I have created with my voice, period. When I'm done, I'm simply going to move my mouse away from the comment. Click outside the box. If I need to go back into the box and edit the sentence, I can do that as well. Let's take a look at a voice comment. So a voice comment is like a text comment, except you're using your voice. So in this case, this is a document I'm going to send to my littles, and I want to read the text to them. Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Cami. This worksheet is going to help you understand all of the different ways that you can use Cami to underline sentences, to circle words, to underline main ideas. We are going to learn how to use this tool during the whole year, and you are going to learn how you can leave your voice and your video to leave me notes. When I'm done with my audio comment, I'll simply click on the stop button. And now when I send this document to my students, they will see at the dot, okay, the circle that I've left, and they'll be able to play the voice comment. You have a 5-minute limit on your voice comment. So the video comment is going to allow me to embed a webcam of myself on this video. So for those of you who are looking to just leave feedback for a child, you can use the video comment tool. If you want to leave a video of yourself with instructions, you can use the video comment tool. And this is how it works. Like the text comment and the voice comment, when you select the video comment and then select a spot on the PDF, it will leave a little circle and it will begin to record you right away. Hi, boys and girls. Today you're going to be looking at a tool called Cami, and you're going to practice highlighting words and underlining words in the document. If you have any questions, make sure that you leave me an email or a comment in Google Classroom. Have fun. When you're done, you're simply going to click on done, and you can click the play button to make sure that it's captured everything you wanted to say. Okay, if you don't like it, you can always delete it by clicking on the X. So I just want to make sure that you are familiar with the different things that you can do in Cami. I won't spend too much time here because it's best for you to explore. But if you need to select objects on the document and move them around, you'll want to click on the select tool on the upper left-hand corner and practice moving objects around in your document. So you can even move your video comments and your voice comments and your text comments. So let's say that you decided that you wanted to put the instructions before any of the text. You could simply drag that circle that was left there, and then you see how my video moved now up to the top. The next feature is the dictionary. So let's find some text to highlight. Okay, so you're going to click on the dictionary icon tool. You are going to highlight some text, and you'll notice that the dictionary comes up. Now, this can be especially helpful for students who have difficulty with vocabulary or who don't know the language, because in context, they'll be able to very quickly see what that word means. You also have a text-to-speech tool. So in this case, if I want to have the entire page read to me, I could simply click on the play button, and you can click on the stop button. Okay, you may not have heard it because I wasn't recording the audio on my tab, but I heard it. The next tool is the markup tool. This is also a very powerful feature, and this is one that your students will use probably. If you're giving them a piece of text, for example, and they're doing a close reading, you can have them highlight words in your document. Okay. And you can highlight entire sentences as well. You'll notice on the left-hand side that text highlighter comes in many different colors, and if you're not happy with any of those colors here, you can always click on the color chart. Okay. Then we also have a box highlighter, so instead of just highlighting text, you'll be able to simply create a box where everything inside is highlighted. You have a strikethrough tool, so if you are doing some editing and you want to strike information, I probably want to do that in black. So I can either do it over, or if by hovering over the highlight or the respective strikeout tool, you'll notice that a little box pops up. This is also kind of a floating bar, and I can say, oh, I'd like to strike that out in purple, and I can change the color. And I also have an underline tool. Okay. We looked at the comment tool already. Now let's look at the text box. So a text box is going to be handy because sometimes we have documents that require students to fill in information. So we may give them a document that has a prompt and we want them to answer a question. So the text box is something that students will need to get familiar with because it's how they will add text into the document. That's pretty easy. You've got your font size and your different color chart as well. The equation editor is super helpful for those of you who are teaching math. And there are separate videos to show you how to insert symbols and also how to insert your equations. The drawing tool allows you to change the width of your pen. And if I had a touch screen, this would look a little bit easier, but let's say that I wanted to make sure to emphasize a section of the page. For my students, I could use the drawing tool to do that. And again, I have a color chart. If I'm putting together and creating a document that has shapes in it for my littles and I want to leave blank spaces next to it so that they can write down what the name of the shape is, I can certainly use the shape button. Ready? Finally, there's an eraser. Okay. And I have the ability to insert images. This can be super helpful, especially if you are marking up work for students and your students happen to be motivated by gold stars or by stickers. You can actually insert images that are stickers or gold stars. And finally, you can add your signature to the document if you need to. Okay, so I've got my navigation bar kind of closed up, but you can always click on the little arrows at the bottom to open it up in case you forget what these icons mean. All right. And the other thing that you can do is you can move the navigation bar from the left-hand side of the screen to the right-hand side, depending on preference. Simply by clicking on the toggle arrow and then selecting left or right. You have a few more options on the upper right-hand corner. You have the ability to zoom on the page. You have the ability to open up a file. You can share this document, okay? Upload to get a link to the document. So this document has not been uploaded to Drive yet. I can print the document if I want. I can save it and it will ask me where I want to save it. Do I want to save it in Cami Cloud? Nope, I actually want to save it in Google Drive. So I'm going to click on Google Drive and it will just ask me where I want to save it. I can also download the file, but most of the time I'm going to add it to Google Drive. There is a help menu. And finally, there is a second menu. Okay, so there's a help button and a main menu. This main menu lets you do a whole bunch of other things. Okay. The couple here that are going to be very important are the ones where if you want to create a Google assignment from this document, you can go ahead and click on Create Assignment. You'll authorize Google Drive, and then you'll be able to select a class. Okay. So I'll say this is for my Engaging Students with Technology course, and I can place a title, instructions, and I can also make a copy for each student if I want each student to work independently. Right. Finally, if I want Cami to send instructions to students along with this assignment to help them understand how to use Cami, I can certainly do that. That will attach a Cami, an extra document to this assignment that has Cami instructions. And I can click on Assign when I'm ready. All right, so that one will be important. And then, of course, your counterclockwise and clockwise buttons, always important. Alrighty, so those are the main things that you need to know in order to get started with Cami. There are 3 ways to create a Cami document and to start working with it. It's going to go to camiapp.com, show you the 3 ways. When I go to sign in, it will ask me if I want to open up a document from Google Drive, if I want to open up a document from my computer, if I want to create a classroom assignment, or if I want to create a new blank page. So for those of you who are completely starting from scratch and you want to create an interactive document for your kids, you can say create new blank page. You can decide how many pages you want it to be. You can also toggle between lined page. So this is like college ruled page. You can have a grid. So for your math folks. And you can also open up a music sheet. Okay, so they do have some backgrounds that you can use. All right, so those are kind of all the features. I think it's important for you to start to open up or create a document in Kami and start to add some text and some images and start to practice with the features. All in all, I think it is a very, very good tool for you to use in a digital learning environment.